The line last time around, he was almost half a second quicker than Petrucci in second place.
What's the gap between
charging.
It's
come down to 1.7 seconds last time around. That's pushed, well, Jorge Lorenzo up to 12th. Danny Pedrosa up to 8th place now.
This is the battle for second place. Marquez behind Danilo Petrucci, and Zarco not quite up, but closing all the time. You can see him closing. It's Andrea Dovizioso.
Really sorry to butt in, Nick. We are getting a few minute little drops down here in pit lane.
Please, no.
No, if it stays like this, it's okay to race. If it's okay, if it stays like this, they should be okay. If it gets any stronger, we should have rain flags come out. Yes, we've got the white flag. Flag ready.
Deary me, the white flag is displayed. So the pit lane is open then for the riders, should they desire to come in and change bikes. There is late drama here. What a potential sting in the tail here. You are now allowed to pull it.
Dovizioso is. Oh, sorry, I'm getting it.
You can see quite clearly. No, Dovizioso's ahead of Zarco. You can see quite clearly there are spots of rain on our camera lens there at turn number 3.
All teams now out. Every single second bike is already ready for the win.
Can it get any more dramatic here in Assen? The rain started to fall. Dovizioso's through on Marquez. Dovizioso now has come through on Marquez. Dovizioso could still win this Grand Prix. Can he make it 3 in a row? What a hat-trick this would be for Andrea Dovizioso. He's on the podium places.
7.5 laps to go. MotoGP, it just brings the biggest surprises, the biggest shocks that you could ever believe. Dovizioso now on the charge. He knows Vinales is out. He doesn't want to take too many risks.
Petrucci.
Oh, Petrucci's coming right up on the rear wheel now. Valentino Rossi.
You see, the issue for Rossi is he's hitting the rain spots first, so Rossi's going to be more cautious than those behind him. Petrucci's using Rossi as a great reference. Petrucci's about to take Valentino Rossi to lead here in Assen. Dylan.
Plus, of course, we were told the operating temperature of that harder option rear is around 29 degrees.
Zarco's come in. Sorry, Dylan, Zarco's come in. Zarco's entered the pits. Now, has he gambled and rolled the dice, or has he got a problem? But Zarco has come in.
Zarco first man.
Yeah, he's changing. He's changing.
Yeah, back out.
So now, is that a tactical masterstroke of a genius, or... He's got nothing to lose, has he? No. He's got absolutely nothing to lose.
Right back at the front, Rossi under real pressure now from Danilo Petrucci. Andrea Dovizioso also in the hunt, as you can see. Marquez 4, Zarco in. Crutchlow now moves up to 5th place.
Guys, Hector Barbera also come in for a bike change.
Right, Zarco now needs a deluge. He needs the heavens to open now. He's got out on those rain tyres. Back at the front still, Rossi by a whisker from Petrucci. Dovizioso, who was miles back a few laps ago, has suddenly come into contention for his 3rd win in a row.
Rossi coming under pressure. Rossi still leading the way. The 2 Italians behind him on a Ducati. So it's Italians 1, 2, 3, but it's Yamaha, Ducati. Got the feeling that Petrucci wants to make a move because he knows that Dovizioso is coming like a train behind him, but Rossi will not give up the lead that easily. We switch back now to ride with Valentino Rossi at number 9 in his face. Dovizioso now closing up. Dovizioso up the inside of Petrucci. Dovizioso moves into 2nd place in the chicane.
Dovizioso's looking so strong. Valentino Rossi leads in at the start of lap 21. An all-Italian top 3 at the moment. Marc Marquez is not being shaken off. Cal Crutchlow over the line in 5th. Petrucci out a little bit wide at the first corner. That allows Marquez to close up, but Dovizioso now, he's thrown down the gauntlet to Valentino Rossi. It looks like the most rainfall is falling around turn 3 in that first sector. Zarco's taken a massive gamble here. He was running in 4th place in the race. Petrucci fights straight back on Dovizioso at turn number 5, safely through at Struben. Petrucci back in 2nd place. Alex Rins coming to the pits for a bike swap.
Almost side by side they race, the 2 Ducatis down the Veenslang.
Lorenzo's in as well.
Advantage. Lorenzo in.
He's coming in for his bike swap. Those guys now need it to absolutely pour down with rain.
Oh, Marc Marquez is right back in this race. So it's a Yamaha, 2 Ducatis and a Honda. Lorenzo back out there. Petrucci closing up. Dovizioso got past him once. Petrucci fought back immediately in the left hand of the Struben corner.
Petrucci was going for it.
Quite happy there now in 4th place. We still have 5.5 laps to go.
Well, look, guys, here in pit lane, this rain has now died out. It's pretty much stopped.
Wow, Dylan.
Great news for Rossi, Petrucci, Dovizioso, Marquez. Bad news for the likes of Johan Zarco and Jorge Lorenzo, Hector Barber and Alex Rins. Petrucci, he keeps having a look up the inside of Rossi, doesn't he, at Ramshow? He's going to have a lunge at the inside of the Timber chicane, surely. Petrucci will go up the inside. No, he can't quite find a way through. How close was that between Rossi and Petrucci? Rossi stands firm. He leads over the line to start lap 22.
105,000 people just stand up and applaud. This is
through again.
Oh, Dovizioso through at turn 1 at the Harbock.
Petrucci just struggling a little bit hard on the brakes into that first corner. We saw him run wide the last time around.
He took him back though at the left-hander at the Struben, didn't he? Will he do it again?
Dovizioso's mechanics getting his spare bike ready. That'll be fitted with those Michelin Rain tyres.
Not through this time, as you can see.
Still nobody though, Nick, has been able to find a way through on Rossi despite them all closing up on him. He has stood firm like a rock at the front of this race.
Down through the Vinslang. 4 3/4 laps to go. Here comes Dovizioso. He definitely thought about it that time round and decided no, he is lining up Rossi. But Petrucci up the inside as he lines him up, back into second place.
Petrucci and Mendevane. What a race we've got here. This is down now at the De Bolt corner. It was a Steckenball that Petrucci struck. Mendevane here was where Rossi crashed out of the lead in the wet conditions here 1 year ago. Oh, Petrucci, that was tight up at Mendevane. He keeps having a look up the inside of Rossi, but he can't quite make it through.
You've got to say Rossi is like a rock at the front, isn't he? He cannot be shifted. First Dovizioso has to go right side by side, and he has got through. Danilo Petrucci now leads the way. Rossi in second place. They're through the Ramshow, up to the chicane. Will Rossi try and fight back at the chicane? No, Petrucci leads. He should cross the line with 4 laps to go. Could he win his first Grand Prix?
Petrucci got amazing grip and drive coming out of Dukersloop. Blitzed past Rossi like Rossi was on a Moto2 bike. Petrucci then leads. He led for the first time in his MotoGP career here 1 year ago. Dovizioso's out wide at turn number 1. That's let Marquez sweep back through. Petrucci led in Assen last year, didn't finish the race. He led in Germany last year, crashed out in wet conditions. Here he now leads in Assen.
Danilo Petrucci chasing his first ever Grand Prix victory. His first ever podium finish is when he finished behind Valentino Rossi in the rain at Silverstone. We're back now with Dovizioso, who was challenging for the lead, but now is down in 4th place. It's that sort of race, and the 2 Italians are just opening up a bit of an advantage.
What we know now, yeah, they are. They're pulling away quite easily. Dovizioso and Marquez then, maybe just running out of steam at the end of this race. Johan Zarco's just come over the line. We know that he's on full wets. He did a 1:43 last time around, so he's about 5 seconds off of the pace. Dovizioso fighting back again on Marc Marquez. These are absolutely crucial, pivotal World Championship points up for grabs here.
Down at the bottom end of the circuit through Mendevane, through the Dukersloop. Then they start this fantastic run back up towards the start and finish. Through the very, very fast Ramshock left-hander they will come.
Well, now Rossi can use Petrucci as the reference. He's done all the legwork himself for a while, Rossi. Now it'll be Petrucci coming into some of those spots of rain first. Is Rossi going to lunge up the inside? You bet he is. You can see that one coming from a mile away. Rossi then takes the lead back at the Timber chicane. We've got 3 laps to go here in Assen. It's Rossi from Petrucci.
The atmosphere at this circuit is like the World Cup final of soccer. People are going crazy. 105,000 spectators, and they are being richly entertained by the best riders in the world.
Cal Crutchlow there in 5th place, a pretty lonely 5th place, but Crutchlow actually last time around was the quickest of the top 5 on the circuit. Rossi and Petrucci have broken away from Dovizioso and Marquez. Unless we get the rain hammering down, then surely now we've got a shootout between the great mates. Rossi and Petrucci, such great friends off the track. They won't be great mates right now.
There is Cal Crutchlow. He really has made progress up into 5th place. We ride with Marc Marquez. That is Andrea Dovizioso in front of him. It's raining again. Yep. It is raining again at the far end of the circuit.
And Johan Zarco, well, his race has had a disaster. He's got a ride through penalty. He exceeded the pit lane speed limit when he came in to change bikes. You can only run at 60 kilometres an hour, so Johan Zarco.
Can you believe it? What else can happen here? Rossi leads the way. we have 2.5 laps remaining of a truly amazing Assen TT here in Holland. Petrucci closes up right again on the rear wheel of Rossi. They're through the ramshaft. They will line up the chicane. This is where Rossi took Petrucci to take the lead on the previous lap.
Hats off to Rossi. Another DNF now would be so detrimental for his World Championship challenge. Dovizioso, Marquez, Petrucci fighting back again. Petrucci gets that rear tyre really hooked up well on that acceleration, but Rossi's throwing everything at this. He knows that he's trying to get that crucial victory. There's so much risk over reward here for Rossi. Confirmation on your screen, speeding in the pit lane is going to cost Johan Zarco. Don't think he's going to actually now finish inside the point scoring places.
Back at the front. Can Rossi just open up a precious advantage?
Cal Crutchlow's right in there. This could be a podium for Crutchlow. Where has he come from? Cal Crutchlow is riding quite brilliantly in these sketchy conditions. Last time around, he was 1.6 seconds faster than Dovizioso and Marquez in front of him. Cal Crutchlow smelling blood here. He can smell the podium. Oh, Marquez up the inside of Dovizioso going through Rushkanuk.
And Crutchlow is right there with them. This is the battle for third place. Marquez third, Dovizioso fourth. Crutchlow on the inside, he's going to get past Dovizioso. He's gone through.
He's got the inside line. Crutchlow then up into fourth place.
Crutchlow looks very capable of taking over third place.
My brain can't work quick enough. I mean, does that still mean Andrea Dovizioso leads the World Championship now?
Oh,
it does. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, thank you. Somebody's brain's working sharper than mine right now.
More than ours is at the moment. This is the battle for third place. Petrucci and Rossi still fight it out for the lead. Marquez in third. It would be a 4-point advantage for Andrea Dovizioso at the front.
Last lap, by the way, Crutchlow's got him into third. Cal Crutchlow has taken third place from Marquez at the timber chicane. We're on the last lap. It's a straight showdown then for the victory, surely between Rossi and Petrucci. 0.4 of a second, Rossi led over the line, over Danilo Petrucci. Can Petrucci find something late on here in Assen? Can Rossi successfully defend the lead, which he couldn't do against Viñales in Le Mans? Rossi's got a pretty healthy buffer there as they come through the Struben corner. 13 corners left for Rossi, chasing what would be a 10th win here in Assen.
Marquez fights back against Cal Crutchlow. Marquez now back into third place. Dovizioso right on the rear wheel of the LCR Honda. Crucial World Championship points at stake.
Valentino Rossi then on the brink of his 115th career victory in Grand Prix. Has he finally broken the resolve of Petrucci? Crutchlow again finds himself back up into third place. Who's going to take third? Nobody can guess. This is unbelievable action. Oh, Scott Redding has crashed out on the last lap. Redding has gone down on the last lap. Here is Crutchlow then holding off Marquez. Dovizioso there's waiting to pick up the pieces. Then Rossi will be in the final sector now. The Doctor, has he done it here in Assen? Here he comes then out of turn number 11. Rossi in the final sector.
38 years old, the absolute masterclass. Surely one of the greatest motorcycle races we have ever seen as Marquez gets back past Crutchlow to take third place. His 115th Grand Prix victory. Valentino Rossi wins here in Assen.
Petrucci a fantastic second. Marquez just holds on for third place. What a fight, what a race here in Assen. A classic in front of a crowd of 105,000 fans. Marquez took third, Crutchlow fourth, Dovizioso fifth. Jack Miller will cross the line in a lonely but very well earned sixth place. What a race. What an incredible 26-lap race here in Assen. Unbelievable scenes.
I've got to lie down in a darkened room for about a week now.
I've got to still do Moto 2.
Right, Carol Abram, what a result for him in 7th place. Loris Paz 8th, Andrea Iannone in 9th. But Valentino Rossi, 115 Grand Prix victories. Write him off at your peril.
Valentino Rossi for the 10th time here in Assen, victorious in front of that passionate Dutch crowd. 20 years ago, in 1997, he took the first in the 125cc race. And what about that? The mouth-watering prospect heading to Germany in just 5 days' time. The top 4 in the World Championship.